Hey, everybody. I just want to say thanks to all the folks who have been checking in on me. I wanted to briefly go over what the hell's been going on. So, for the past year, I've been working with the Dayton Cancer Center for these various issues that I've been going through. And as you know, I had some major surgery last year. So, last Wednesday, I went in to see my new physician here in Columbus. Great guy, Dr. Pollock. Shout outs and raised fist for us old guys. And actually, he had retired, but he came back because, like most people who are at retirement age nowadays, they know there's really not such thing as retirement anymore because retirement usually leads to bad things. Well, anyway, I'd gone to see him because I was scheduled for another MRI for the prostate cancer issues of last year. And thank goodness they didn't find much of anything. But at that meeting, I got a text from my doctor, Dr. Brown in Dayton, that they had a positive hit from my colonoscopy scan. So, so there I was in my doctor's office, assuming I had both prostate and colon cancer at the same time, which would have just been great. You know how I am. I got every freaking ailment there is. So anyway, the surgery, the colonoscopy number 2, was done last week. Shout out to my ex, Paula Kay, who took me to the doctor and made sure I didn't die alone. But anyway, the doctor was incredible. During the procedure, they had me under light sedation. I didn't have to get put totally under. The worst part of it was the fucking 32-hour fast. God damn it. Man, chicken broth and Jell-O. Come on, man. Fuck that. It was awful. So anyway, I was able to see them put the scope inside, and they were looking at polyps, and they grabbed. It was really incredible because they grabbed the polyps and destroyed them, which is just science has come so far. And so he said, "Well, I'm okay. They didn't find anything." He said, "Yeah, you're good for another 5 years." And I'm saying all this not to have people, boo-hoo-hoo over William Lee. I know you all got problems. This world is so fucked up. In fact, I talked to somebody about this the other day. They said, why don't you let people know what's going on? I don't want to be on Facebook talking about my problems because people out there got a lot worse. But let me say this much. I think it is important for me to be sort of out there to let you know that it is important that you get checked, people, especially my friends who are older. Because when I first got lupus, I denied it, and I really delayed the process of dealing with my lupus by about 4 months, which basically was the point I was doing chemotherapy and almost died because of stubbornness. People, make sure you get checked up. Anything that you feel is wrong, or you got scarring, or your stuff isn't functioning right, go get it checked up. In fact, my nephew James Buchanan, if you're out there and you know what I'm going to say, James had the same prostate cancer diagnosis I did last year, and he was afraid to go get checked up. And I said, motherfucker, go get checked up. And thank God he went, and they got it, and he's like me walking around, and he's cool. So, again, I don't share all that because last week I was totally devastated. I mean, it's not often you're in the doctor's office and told that you've got 2 types of cancer. Not a good day, but as it turns out, I'm clean. We're still waiting back on the MRI for the prostate issues. I mean, I feel fine. I've lost 25 pounds. I know I look like a cancer patient sometimes. Folks, I'm fine, all right? I'm in the gym 3 times a week. I got them young kids looking at me like I'm crazy. People always asking me, how do I do it, being ripped up at 64. Hey, I realize that, you got to keep the machine running. So all this is to say that I'm cool. It's been a bitch. And with my lupus, it's always a fucking adventure, A sneeze turns into stage 4 something with me, but I'm good, and I'm going to keep on moving on. But yeah, folks, anything that doesn't feel right, get it checked out, please, for me, okay? So again, thanks to the people who have been contacting me with instant messaging and calling me. It's amazing when you get into these types of situations, you find out who your friends are because people have shown their concern, and I love you to death, and you know who the hell you are. So, all right, I'm still here. I'm going to be here. I want to live long enough to see Donald Trump get fried. So I'm going to be here a while. All right, y'all. Peace, love. and soul. And I will see you soon. I'm out, and stay healthy and go see your doctor. Like Kumo D said, go see the doctor. Bye.